The Eden Prairie local news operation is a great example of what can happen when community leaders come together after the death of a pretty good local newspaper, run into the ground, so to speak, but give credit to the community leaders to come together and say, hey, we need a local news source, and we need to figure it out. And they were smart enough to figure out it's going to be web-based, and it probably wasn't going to pay a lot of money at the beginning, and it needs to get its feet under it and get running, but so far so good. And other communities could take a good long look at that and think, you know what, if they can do it, we can do it.
Eden Prairie Local News is a part of the community,
and you get an idea of what the issues are that our city faces.
And it's getting better all the time. And now we really need the community to step up and say, we need to support this to make it sustainable.
So my job is to tell you about what our youth is talking about.
Yeah, give it a chance to make a difference, maybe.
I wanted to know, what do you think?
We've talked about some of the things that are up there already. We also talked about being appreciated.
We found some people that are really dedicated to the cause, and not just over a series of months, but actually putting in years to make this happen.
Mark Weber was the longest-serving editor of the dismantled Eden Prairie News. Mark returned to journalism as a founding EPLN board member and as a reporter.
You have to provide quality journalism. You have to have the infrastructure to make it work. We have probably a dozen or more people writing for EPLN, and it's a range of people from folks that are learning the craft to people who have really just a wealth of experience, including editor experience right here in Eden Prairie. The focus is on quality and not necessarily quantity, although we are producing a lot of good journalism.
By mid-October 2023, EPLN counted 2,300 posts. EPLN's free newsletter has about 3,000 subscribers. And our popular community events calendar has had more than 2,000 listings.
I'm surprised by the quick growth of readership that we've had, and the number of page views that we get per month. It's just increased drastically.
EPLN Board Chair Nancy T. Lukens.
What has really surprised me about the whole process of working with Eden Prairie Local News is the wonderful volunteers that are spending their time getting this service out to the community. I have never met such a dedicated group of people.
Well, I did write a column entitled Spiritually Speaking, along with a few other pastors back when. But when the Eden Prairie News left us, my immediate concern was, where would Spiritually Speaking be published?
Retired pastor Rod Anderson revived the Spiritually Speaking column for Eden Prairie Local News and began an extraordinary service.
As a service to the community, we provide the printing of obituaries and photos at no cost. It's a way of saying that we care about those who grieve and the opportunity for the community to care.
One of the important things about community journalism is it helps to eliminate the rumor mill. Can you imagine if it came time to vote in the fall and you were just relying on rumors that you'd heard from neighbors and you had no concrete information about the candidates? Through a community newspaper, whether it's hard copy or online, we can provide factual information about who is running for office, what their background is, ask pertinent questions that are important to the issues in our community.
The journalistic staff at Eden Prairie, led by Jim Baer and Stuart Sudak and Mark Weber, have been working with the candidates for local offices in Eden Prairie for the last couple of months to ask them questions that they've responded to. We'll print all of that information in a 24-page guide that will go out to the 26,000 households in Eden Prairie in the first week of October.
EPLN's 2024 voter guide arrives next October.
Most people know that I'm a big Eagles fan.
EPLN covers the headline sports and the more quiet ones. Eden Prairie Local News reports on the many facets of our town's ever-changing story. From road closings and grand openings to in-depth reporting. EPLN is owned and operated by Eden Prairie residents.
Eden Prairie Local News has pursued a different path, nonprofit, relying on donations and grants as part of its funding model. I think it gives community journalism the best chance of success in Eden Prairie.
Companies can support the Eden Prairie Local News by placing an ad. Advertising is a way for EP Local News to remain strong and vital, serving the community.
Help sustain Eden Prairie Local News with a tax-deductible donation before the year's end to qualify your news source for significant matching grants. Thank you.